40. Thus, by restraining citta or the mind core through meditation or being attentive, on anything, should be some word is missing here, on anything from the smallest part of atom to the vast infinite existence can be brought under control. Once you have done that, then everything is under your control. The lightest, the tiniest subatom to the universe. Basically, they are one and same. The universe is made of the same material. Once you have control over the basic material, you have control over everything. There is a beautiful saying by one master, Guru Nanak, Man jeet jag jeet. If you have controlled your mind, you have controlled the entire universe. So once you have a control over your mind, but again, we must remember what Patanjali has said. To control the mind, you have to first identify the core of the mind, the citta. Not the subconscious, but the core of the mind. We are talking about the real yoga, not just the asanas. All the asanas are just giving you physical benefit without the proper understanding of yoga. 41. The state of the citta, the mind core, and the mana, the mind, that is no longer affected by vrittis or modifications, changes, disturbances, and distractions, can be likened to that of a transparent gem or clear crystal. It is not disturbed by the changes experienced by the experiencer. The act of experiencing and what is experienced, having attained to this state called samapati or unity of the experiencer, the experience, and the experienced, it simply reflects things as they are. If you have a crystal here, a clear crystal, that's not a clear one. But if you have a clear crystal, can see through the crystal. Even if you have a clear crystal, you keep it here. The crystal can reflect something. Some reflections can be there within the crystal. You may think that the crystal is changing colors, but it is not changing colors. It is a reflection from the lights. Someone is moving and the crystal is giving some signal as if there is something going on there. But nothing is going on. The crystal is clear and remains clear, and that happens to you. You remain clear, whatever is happening. It may seem, it may look to people outside that you are changing colors, that you are getting angry, you are now in love, now you are hating, now you are liking, now you are disliking. They may give their own, pass their own remarks, but you have to be truthful to yourself. You will know that I am not affected by any changes. That is the state that you reach if you have followed the advices given by Patanjali. 42. There are different levels of state of samapati or unity. Samapati also means the end of the journey. And the end of the journey is also unity, yoga. Yoga means unity in this case, in this context. So, there are stages, there are different levels. The first one being savitarka samapati, wherein jnana or true knowingness is still disturbed by words and their meanings, or the very purpose of those words. This confusion is overcome by tark or intelligent reasoning. Even though you have reached that state, again you are still affected by your true knowledge. Your jnana is affected by words and their meanings. on a very, very gross level. We are not talking high spirituality, very gross level. Although you have reached that state, someone tells you something, you could be affected. It is not that you become unaffected by anything. And this is why you have to keep a good company. Satsang. Satsang means good company. You have to keep a good company. Someone was telling me, but what about the bad people? Shouldn't I be mixing around with them? They need me more. I said, stop playing God. This is your ego. The ego is telling you that you can do something for others. That's no in spirituality. You cannot do anything for anyone. You can only share your light. And you don't have to even share. If you are bright, everybody around you will benefit from your light. You don't even have to speak to promote yourself. My master used to say, become like a flower that speaks the language of fragrance. You see the flower so beautiful, so fragrant, you get drawn. The flower is not telling you around, look, I'm so beautiful, I'm so fragrant, come to me. No. You get drawn by yourself because of the beauty. So also, words and all that can still affect you, and that can be overcome by tark, by reasoning. Why am I affected? See what he is talking about, this is the use of your frontal lobe. Animals have got mind, animals have got brain, but they are not equipped with frontal lobe. And we humans, we are equipped with frontal lobe. Neuroscience tells you now that this frontal lobe is giving you the opportunity, making it possible for you not to become reactive, to pause and think. You are hungry. If you are an animal, you go look for food and you will eat anything. But human being, you are hungry, you can still think, what should I eat? You will not immediately just eat anything. Unless, of course, you are starving for 3-4 days. But otherwise, you can still think. You can pause, you can think. So you reason it out. Why am I affected? Reason it out. Use the higher faculty of your brain, of your mind rather. Viveka, the faculty of discretion. What is right course of action for me? Not good and bad. But what is right for me to do at this moment? What should I be avoiding? What you avoid now, maybe it's right for you next moment. But right now, it may not be right. 43. The second level of unity or samapati is referred to as nirvitark samapati, when tark or intelligent reasoning is transcended, for it is no longer needed. Thus the mind, cleansed of even memories of all past impressions, is as good as shunya, non-existing, devoid of its very form as mind. In such a state, then the end purpose of having the mind alone remains. That is enlightenment or samadhi. You are not yet enlightened. Sorry, if earlier I used the word enlightenment. You are still on the process, on the way. On the way. Patanjali is saying that at that point you don't need reasoning. There's no use because you're already aware. You're already aware. Things may happen and you're aware that you are not affected. You should not be affected. But even then, when mind has reached the state of shunya, null and void, even then the mind still remains with just one goal, one purpose, one sole agenda, samadhi, the state of equanimity. Translated as enlightenment, but the exact meaning is the state of equanimity, when you are not affected by anything. Things will happen. Things will happen. There'll be roller coaster ride, there'll be topsy-turvy things, there'll be merry-go-round, but you're not affected by all those things. 44. Similarly, the third and fourth levels of the state of unity or samapti are referred to as savichar with subtle memory or reflection, and nirvichar without even subtle memory or reflection of past events and conditions. Past events and conditions is just like the computer. When you delete something, they are not lost forever. They are just compressed. So whatever you're typing, whatever you are putting into your computer, it never gets deleted forever. No. You just compressed everything that you delete. You just compressed everything and you throw it somewhere. It is done automatically by the computer. It throws it somewhere where you cannot retrieve it. But if there's a hacker, he can still retrieve all your deleted items because they are not gone. And the mind is so brilliant in retrieving all those things. So even if you have reached the state of that samapati, the unity, the deleted items can still be retrieved. And why? How it retrieves? If there is a trigger outside. Very simple example. If you have been smoking, if you have been drinking alcohol, you have been on drugs, you are clean now, you have stopped everything. 8 years later, 10 years later, there are situations outside and you start smoking. Let me just have one smoke. You start drinking. You go back to drugs. The situation outside, the triggers outside can bring back those memories. So we still have to be very careful. Even living in an ashram setting like this, all of us, myself, Upasana, Herni, so many of us are staying. Even though we are staying here, all these past memories, they can still be triggered. Don't ever be so proud of yourself, so arrogant, as if nothing is going to affect you. But nirvichar is without the subtle memory. Now the reflections also are not affecting you. 45. Indeed, such subtle memory of past events and conditions, although alinga or unmanifest, must also be overcome and brought to an end. Even those memories, even those subtle memories of past events, they have to be brought to end also. We shall continue next week.